Good morning. This is Coach Bernay. I'm program manager of the Bay City facility, and this is our Little Ninjas virtual lesson number 9. Now, thank you guys for coming out today, and we're going to get started with a little bit of shadow work, and we're going to get started just like a regular class, but of course, as you can see, I'm doing class today from my computer room, and I want you guys to kind of keep this in mind. When we do our martial arts lessons from home, I want you to think of creative ways to practice. So whether you have pillows or couches or different things that you can use to practice your skills, use them. Like I got my own room here that I can practice and get away from my family, and that's great. Find your space and let's practice. Let's get to work today. So little ninjas, we're going to start with our student creed. So feet together set, hands at our side, and repeat after me. Say, I will develop myself in a positive manner and avoid anything that would reduce my mental growth or my physical health. I will develop self-discipline in order to bring out the best in myself and others. This is a black belt school. We are dedicated. We are motivated. We are on a quest to be our best. Winners never quit. Quitters never win. I choose to win. Very good work, ninjas. Now, today for our shadow work, we're going to do our Hindu jumping jack. So we're going to get nice and low. We're going to get into a horse stance position. This is really a horse stance jumping jack. And bear with me, we're going to do our best here. So we're going to get low into a horse stance. Our hands are going to be up. And what we're going to do is we're going to squat our legs out and bring our arms up. So down, in, out, in, out. And let's try this about 10 times. So together, ready, get down, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good. Now we're going to get down. We're going to do our Trinity push-ups. We're going to bring our hands, make a diamond with our hands. And we're going to do our very best push-ups. We're working on the backs of our arms, our triceps. Very important we warm our arms up and our shoulders up before we do punches. So we're going to do our very best push-ups. I want at least 10 ninjas. So get down into the push-up position. And ready, 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very, very good work. Now, you should feel it in the backs of your arms. So, time to stretch our legs. So, when we stretch our legs today, we're going to do forward lunges. So, using the space that we have, we're going to simply take steps forward and backwards. So, I'm going to take a big giant step forward, stretching my rear leg. So, bringing that knee as close to the ground as possible. So, lunge 1. Then I'm going to bring the other leg forward, stretching my new back leg. Switch. Down. Do this about 10 times, guys. You should feel it in the fronts of your legs here, right in your quads. Very good. Good. Now we're going to work into shadow work. Now, when we do our shadow work today, using the space that we have, do we want to be crazy or do we want to be careful? Careful, because if we destroy everything in the house, Mom's not going to let us do our martial arts. So, using our space, we don't want to hit or bump into anyone else. We don't want to hurt anybody or ourselves. So, we're going to get into our guard stance. Lead leg forward, rear leg back, hands by our cheeks. Now, what we're going to do is our jab, our lead side punch, so jab, then we're going to do our rear side punch cross, and we're going to use our uppercuts afterwards. So jab, cross, uppercut, uppercut. And remember, the steps to an uppercut are very simple. We're bringing our hips, our elbows to our hip, bring our elbows to our hip, we dip our hip, and we rip our arm straight up. So, hip, dip, rip. So in full, jab, cross, uppercut, uppercut. And notice how I'm turning my hips, turning my feet with the strike. So do this combination, move around. So take a couple steps, pivot a few times, jab, cross, uppercut, uppercut. Jab, cross, uppercut, uppercut. Jab, cross, uppercut, uppercut. Good. Jab, cross, uppercut, uppercut. Excellent. Shadow boxing is a great way to get our skill level up, especially if we don't have anybody to box with or hold pads with us, but it gives us practice to know what to do if something bad does happen. If we do get into an altercation, shadow boxing gets us into that groove so we understand how to move in a correct way. So I like to shadow box every single time before I practice my martial arts, just to get my body moving, just to get things flowing before I do my strikes. Now, we're going to work on our forward front kicks. So what we're going to do is, using our rear leg, we're going to snap it straight up and down. This is a very good defensive technique if someone's trying to take us, pull us away. It creates space. But realistically, we're going for a groin strike. So we can throw straight up and down kicks. I like to imagine having a football. If you've ever seen football where they throw a punt kick, they throw the ball up and they can kick straight up to that ball. So if you have a ball or a balloon or a pillow or something that works really nicely, you could practice this kick. And a great way to practice our focus with this kick is understanding where we want to hit with our foot. We want to use the blade of our foot, that hard part of our ankle where our shoelaces are, to strike with. So we're bringing our rear leg, our knee up into a chamber, and then we're going to extend our leg out. So knee up, snap, out. So we're going to start with jab, cross, and then kia, kick. So 1, 2, kick. Now we can take it to another level. So we understand the combination, we understand the kick. Now we can do hard kicks. We can do a lot of kicks. But a great way to work on our focus to get ourselves there is to focus on kicking a target. But now that we have it down, we can have someone hold a pillow or a pad and hold it tight. Make sure we're holding both sides of it. Now when we strike, we want to strike as many times as we can. So we start with 2 punches, 1, 2, our jab, cross, and then we're going to throw as many snap kicks as hard as we can with our loudest kia. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as hard as you can. Break that pillow in half. I want you to add some intensity to your kick, because intensity means power. So we've worked on our focus. We know where we want to hit with our foot. We know how we want to hit with it. Now we're going to take it and break it. So, jab, cross, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good, ninjas. Very, very good. So, moving forward, we need to know what to do if someone tries to hurt us. If someone tries to grab us or even put a hand around our neck, we need to know how to get their hands off. And obviously I don't have anyone here to practice this, so we're just going to do shadow work for this technique. So let's imagine someone puts a hand around my neck. That's not something we want, obviously. Someone's trying to choke us, we need to get their hands off of us, especially if they have 2 hands. And a great way to add and use this kick is in a situation where someone's really trying to hurt us. So let's imagine someone's got their hands around our neck and we need to get it away. So this kick that we just used is a great way to stun and to get that person to back up. So if someone puts their hands around our necks, we can use that foot to immediately strike up, almost like an instantaneous response. So if someone puts their hands around our neck, we can boom, strike. That creates a stun. That person steps back or even loosens their grip a little bit. From here, we can use our hands to get like a monkey grip. We can grab around those hands and we can pluck. So together we could try this out. We strike or stun. So stun, pluck, back off. So stun, pluck, back off. So obviously we put those hands out to push away, to create space so that we can run, we can escape, we can get help. Because if someone's trying to hurt us, we need to tell mom and dad, we need to tell grandma and grandpa, we need to tell an adult, get another adult involved, especially if it's an adult trying to hurt us. Tell, guys, let us know what's happening. So obviously, if it's a friend on the playground or if it's one of our siblings, we don't want to just strike and hit. But the idea is we need to get their hands off. If you can't pluck, you need to get those hands from your neck. So if you can't pluck, the only time this is applicable is to use that foot to get them back. So moving forward, we're going to have some fun. Now, I want you guys to understand if you have things at home that you can use, like little dots or something, or things that you can use to make maybe obstacle courses, use that. Add to the drills. Use what I'm teaching here to build from, to use your imagination to make yourself better. These days we have a lot of time to practice, to use that. So use it. Have some fun with your martial arts. But I want you to be the person who steps up and helps your family out. I know some of us have siblings and bigger families, and these are trying times. So I want you to be respectful. I want you to be focused. It's in these moments we show what it means to be a martial artist. And I feel it every day too, guys. I got a couple kids myself. So we're going to cool down, and we're just going to simply touch our toes. So bring our hands all the way down with straight legs, and together we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now we're going to take this stretch to the next level. I'm going to walk my fingertips out. I'm going to do this probably 3 or 4 times. Do a push-up. Now, we don't want to work ourselves out super hard here. We want to walk our hands back. Back up, touch the ceiling, back down. But do this a few times, guys. Stretch your body, get ready for your day. All the way out. One more time. Walking our hands out and down. Back up. Good. Now, one last thing I want us to do is we're going to get down and into a butterfly stretch. So when we do our butterfly, we're going to keep our feet together, our legs down. We're going to stretch the insides of our legs. We stretched the front and the backs earlier. Now we're stretching the sides. And do this for a few seconds, pulling our toes up, pushing our legs down. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And time. Very good work today, ninjas. Now, think about these things I talked about today. Use these skills to make ourselves better at home. Use this time to prepare to make yourself the best version of yourself you can possibly be. So guys, if I don't hear from you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Thank you.